Bet. All right, on to the Minnesota Vikings with tribal coach Kevin O'Connell. Brother in the game, some people calling him overrated. I said, you just now realize how good he is. Now you don't want to admit how good he is. Kevin O'Connell in the building, man. The brother has done nothing but really good regular seasons and has folded in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I think a part of that leans onto the quarterback play of what he was aiming for. But going into next year, he has his guy. Recapping, that was the 2024 Vikings. They definitely overexceeded. There was too many people to me who was the Vikings will finish last, and I was like, Kevin O'Connell's too good of a coach. Brian Flores too good of a coach. That team is still a good roster. That team, I said, shouldn't be under 500. They obviously didn't go under 500. And when I hold you into that esteem of being that coach, you usually do have to keep a 500 record for me, barring something wild and crazy happening. So where you at on Kevin? Top dog, Kevin.
Kevin. Now he's definitely one of those top coaches. Right outside of the top 5. Definitely top 10. What he's done with that team.
Kevin or the Hard Brothers?
Right now?
Right now.
Kevin.
Kevin or Sean Payton?
That's tough.
Kevin or Sean McDermott?
Kevin.
Kevin or Mike Vrabel?
Kevin. And I like Vrabel. I love Vrabel. I love Vrabel.
I don't want us to not forget about Vrabel.
But results speak for what it is. And the hardest thing for me to go Kevin or Sean is because what Sean did with Bo Nix. Bo Nix and the young wide receiver core into the playoffs.
Kevin or Pistol Pete?
Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin. Pistol Pete, man. Like, Pete, you was cool 10 years ago. You played out now, bro. You played out now, bro.
Hey, just want to take a moment to acknowledge our tribal coach, Kevin O'Connell. That's all we want to do is just acknowledge him. Eventually, because he's getting his love, the tribal coach title will be moved on. Somebody's got to come take it first. We don't just hand out tribal coach honors to anybody. So yeah, they definitely over exceeded for me last year. Again, I didn't expect them to go under 500. Did not expect 14 wins. So I know a lot of people would Minnesota to the bottom of the rankings, and that's just not the case. Yeah. And I'll make that quick because, be honest with you, to the 2025 Vikings, I just really think it boils down to one question, man. And I hate to make it that simple for the team, but it is JJ.
100%.
Like, it genuinely is just JJ. I feel like everything we said, different construction roster wise, about the Packers can be duplicated with the Vikings. Great coach, great weapons, one of the best weapons. Love your defensive coordinator and what he does with the defense. They've had their battles, they do their thing. And now it's just the consistency of what I can trust Kevin O'Connell to give to his quarterbacks to make the offense easy, friendly for them, and productive. Now it's just asking, do we think JJ can do that after being injured? Like, the brother is coming back from an injury. He is getting all first team reps. He is being treated as the man. So it's just kind of like, do we temper expectations of the team? Because I don't think Minnesota is okay with being like, nah, bro, we just want 9 wins. I think Minnesota wants to win.
Yeah. I also don't think Kevin O'Connell's going to come in and be passive with what he gives JJ McCarthy. If anything,
No, I don't think he is either.
I think the playbook is bigger now with JJ in it as opposed to Sam Darnold, right? Because everyone going into game planning for Sam Darnold, whether you're the coach with him on your team or the coach you're playing against him, you know what Sam Darnold's capable of. You have expectations already. JJ McCarthy, you're looking at him like, bro, this is a blank sheet. I saw what you did in college. You have the physical attributes that Sam Darnold does not have. Let's open the playbook up. Let's be aggressive.
I don't want to ignore the addition of Donovan Jackson. Christian Darrisaw, a monster, but in that playoff game, the Rams was able to get after it. I think the addition of Donovan Jackson onto the O-line will help them out a lot next year and into the future. Jordan Addison, quiet as it's kept, one of the low-key best receivers in the game on a supporting cast with Jettas, man. So I definitely think that's becoming a heavier 1-2 punch. Nothing against the rest of the supporting cast, but them two brothers kill it. Them two brothers kill it. You
They
show the defense, please.
they went on that winning streak. Like they won as many games they did last year without having T.J. Hawkinson for a good amount of the season too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I cry every time I just see Jeff Okudah's name get pushed into oblivion because I thought he was one of the ones coming out. So internally, I cry. Hargraves, Phillip, Gennard, Allen, just Brian Flores front for your behind. Dallas Turner, apps like dude should have big upside on what he's gonna do. Kobe King, sneaky pickup to me. Um, I think he's got. I I think he has a role that can be played that can be really really effective early. See how he develops from there. The ageless wonder that is Harrison Smith, and yeah,
they got
I'm,
bro
I'm
off the
still
couch last year. Like
yeah
they said, hey,
yeah so,
we need you, big dog. Come back.
yeah. So I actually wouldn't be shocked if I seen the Vikings make a push for a corner.
Hey man, maybe this is where Jalen Ramsey lands. I love Jalen Ramsey here too.
Or to me, even like a Justin Blackman safety that was at the Colts. Like I feel like something might need to be added to the secondary. Um,
Jair could even end up over here.
yeah, which will be funny. I think that'll be the funny outcome. I'm kind of pushing for that now. So again, like it's a good team, really good team. Um, when does Andrew Van Ginkel finally like show he's not awesome? You know what I'm saying? Or like Ivan Pace Jr. Like you said, like it's just I feel like it's a well coached team with well players who just like I can trust that they're going to be productive in the next year. So that's why like it. I don't want to make it as basic as that for the Vikings to me, but it is that basic for the Vikings to me. Is who and what JJ is going to be next year.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, with those two names you threw out there, Van Ginkel and Ivan Pace, man, those are when you got two motors over there who knows that they're not the most talented of dudes, but they work their ass off, and you could tell just in their play style, like these dudes just work.
Yeah,
They're not physical freaks. They just work their ass off.
yeah.
When you got guys like that on your defense, man, they're gonna show up. They're gonna be in the right place at the right time.
They just feel like Flores guys. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
who
100%.
just feel like Flores guys.
You like me
You know,
run
I'm,
through a
I'm
wall, I
putting
run through a wall.
yeah I'm putting my hat in Minnesota, adding to the corner room before we get to the preseason. Somebody's gonna end up going over there, getting added to that team. So, um, key players for me. We keep it real with you. Uh, the running back room.
Mm.
The running back room. Um, Whatever's gonna happen from there, because I know what's the production I'm gonna get from Addison and Jefferson, and believe the O line is gonna be solid for the course of the year, and Hawkinson coming back. What type of production are we gonna get out the running back room? Like you want to keep a good running team. Obviously, we know that, but like, what type of production are we gonna get from them? You know, and I don't want to make it about JJ because again, stated that the running back room. What type of production there? And then could you go to defense, please, just so we can get a look at the defense? Yeah, the running back room for me. To me, the emergence of Dallas Turner just kind of again. I think the room is stacked. I think they got a lot of people. I think the brother Hoops. Just I want to see what his year two looks like. Um, and then the other one was, oh yeah, Byron Murphy Jr. I know he got added over and brought over,
Hmm.
like you said, but like in the nickel, I know they move things around, but I feel like those are the key guys for me: Dallas Turner, Byron Murphy, in the running back room outside of JJ.
I'm gonna go with that D line across the board. Jonathan Allen, Harrison Phillips, Javon Hargrave. They got a little bit of a depth in the draft and then in the free agency, but I look at that I look at that D line. A little bit of age over there. Hargrave coming over from what was it? I think he came over from San Francisco after leaving Philly. Um, that's 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 where I'm that's what I'm looking at for this team. Is what is that What's that D line gonna do to cause some disruption? I like the cornerback room, especially with the addition of Isaiah Rodgers. Dude was balling in Indianapolis before he got suspended for gambling. Philly picked him up, used him in great situations, especially when Darius Slake went down. So I think for him being a full-time number one over there is going to be huge for him. I think he's going to show up and
Yeah,
show out.
yeah, that's right. Then I am. Can we go to JJ real quick? Let's see if we can do a. I don't want to say a over under. I don't want to say a over under. A matter of fact, could you go to Minnesota passing? Yeah, the stat leaders for the Vikings. Just like go to Viking stat leaders. I think you're gonna have to actually go to the
Oh,
team.
just the
Yeah, go to
Vikings
just
itself.
Vikings. Yeah, go to just Vikings. I want to measure something here real quick. So cool. Yeah, we'll look at it right there. I just want to walk through this. Last year, Sam, 66%, 4,000 yards, 35 TDs, 12 picks. Cool. Can you go to the year before, please? I want to look at the next 2 years before Sam because that should all be under Kevin. This is where I felt like Kevin showed how much he could cook because I felt like he got everything he could out of these guys with what he could.
Facts.
But the quarterback room as a unit, 67%, 30 touchdowns, 19 picks, 4,700 yards. And then could we go to the year before? And Alexander Madison was their leading running back that year. And Dalvin Cook, 1,100. Big Kirko, 65%, 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. So it's seeming like there's a consistency of about 30 passing touchdowns and double-digit picks. Now that year, the other year, not this main Kirk year, but the other one, there was 3-4 different quarterbacks. The 2023 season, but Sam still threw a bunch of them O's, like 19 total picks. Sam still threw. I remember what Mullins threw like 4 in the Bengals game. I think that one time,
Alone.
and I think they still almost won. So yeah, so I see a consistency of 30 passing touchdowns. Should we
Yeah.
be asking JJ to give us 30?
Nah, 20. I think 20, like 27 is probably his floor.
But I also see the double-digit picks, even though Sam did 12 of them. It's just more games, so more things could happen. I know college ain't, 10, 11 games. It's just more in the NFL, so things happen. Are
Sacks
we
48
asking?
times. God damn.
Are we asking JJ to throw less picks than Sam?
No. Floor 9, ceiling like 15.
And you got the floor for passing touchdowns like 26?
26, 26, 27.
I could do that.
With
I could
this,
do a 26, 27, and like 12. I don't want to see him go more than Sam. I don't want to see him go 12.
yeah, nah. And I mean, I think sacks will probably be down a little bit just because I mean, like I said, JJ gives you a little bit more of the athleticism. Decision
Yeah.
making is obviously going to be something that we look at and say, did you hold the ball a little too long? Is that what created the sack? Or
And at least from what I know from JJ hearing from Harbaugh and the things is like he can take the game from the neck up. Like he'll mentally be able to know what he's looking at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think bad decision making will be a consistent for him. You know, I do question like his actual throwing.
mm,
Like that's what I question. I was like, man, I don't see what people see in him throwing, but like I felt like as a smart dude, I feel like, oh no, he knows what he's looking at. Like he can understand and dissect. I feel like that works there. All right. I'm still gonna ask you about 35, 3,600 from JJ though, because I feel like the offense is still gonna want to run it and let it go.
100%. Like I said, I don't
So
think they'll take a step back as far as play calling. If anything, it opens up the playbook a little bit more with JJ.
let's get to the floor and ceiling for the Minnesota Vikings. You gave them the week 1 dub against Chicago, right?
Yep.
And then we got week 2 versus Atlanta. Bank 5 home games in a row. God dang!
What are
One of them
those
got to
two
be
asterisks?
overseas.
Neutral location. Yeah, two of those are
Yeah,
overseas, Pittsburgh and
yeah,
Cleveland.
they 2 of them. I forgot. Yeah, 2 of them is gone somewhere. So that's crazy. All right, are they starting 3-0?
Damn,
A
maybe.
Packers 4-0 start and a Vikings 3-0 start would be
Now
funny.
you know what? I got them 2-1. Um, because I think Cincinnati has too much firepower for JJ to have to come out
I feel like this
and
is the
match
second.
that.
Well, you giving Cincinnati the win here, but I felt like with the Packers, we gave them the L, right? So you know, what I'm saying, sometimes you try to watch what team is catching too many random stray L's in the floor silly. Because right now, like the Bears is just taking mad L's in this chat for us, so like I just know that isn't looking good overall. All right, so Pittsburgh game is gone somewhere. I think that's neutral. It's like $799 ticket.
Damn.
Um, I don't know where you at on the Pittsburgh game.
Aaron Rodgers, that defense is always going to be that defense. I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh on that one.
In Cleveland,
Oh, they beating Cleveland.
bye week, come out with at home versus Philly. Out of the bye week, don't like the matchup. Not gonna take them. At the Chargers, third a short week.
Damn.
I'm gonna toss up that one. Uh, home. Are you any divisional games? You have them splitting, sweeping.
It's probably unpopular, but they might sweep Detroit. They might,
I'm gonna
and
take the split.
the reason I say that, Frank Ragnow retired. That's a big piece of that Detroit offensive line.
I'm gonna go with the split. I'm giving them the split with
I'm okay going with
everybody.
the split, but I would not be
Yeah,
surprised if for some reason they dropped. They
yeah. I'm gonna give them the
Detroit
split with
dropped both.
everybody. I'm gonna give them the split. So they,
Even with Chicago?
well, yeah. So actually, if I gave them like the home game, that means they would start. They would still start. They would start 1-2 or 2-1 because I would give Chicago the home game. But I gave Chicago the toss up on that one too because it was a home game. So I'll give them the split with them with everybody.
Green Bay split. They lose to Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take them over Baltimore. The
Who they?
toss up.
Seattle
Seattle, Washington, Dallas. That's
in
a that's
Seattle.
a that's a window. I'm kind of the Sam Darnold revenge game.
I think they lose in Seattle.
Oh, I ain't mad at it. 12th man ain't gonna play.
Lose in
I'm
Seattle. They
not mad
win
at it.
against Washington at home, and then they lose against Dallas on the road.
Interesting. Come back with a dub against New York. Then they also beat Detroit because they split the series at the crib. And a flex game versus Green Bay to end the year. I'm giving them the split. So that's looking like a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 floor.
Damn.
8 floor.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with an 8 floor. But where's the ceiling?
10, 10, 11.
Yeah, I think I'd have to do 10, 11 myself also.
Because I mean, the way I'm looking at it, Green Bay's number one. I think Green Bay finishes number one in this division. There's gonna be a fight for number two with Detroit,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
8 floor, 11 ceiling. That's where I'm at. 8 floor, 11 ceiling. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at. Any final thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings before we move on to the Detroit Lions?
Nope.